everybody. Welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. And I found a really funny book about a fairy tale that you might recognize, but it's a little different. Like, you know who Sleeping Beauty is, right? Of course you do. Well, this book is called Waking Beauty. Waking Beauty. This is a book about Sleeping Beauty and how Prince Charming comes along and tries to wake her up, but he doesn't quite know what to do, and he gets into all kinds of crazy situations. We need to get into this book and find out what he does, and if he ever does wake up Sleeping Beauty. Are you ready to get into this silly book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go.
Waking Beauty, written by Leah Wilcox, illustrated by Lydia Monks. Once upon a Saturday, in search of dragons he could slay, Prince Charming heard a dreadful sound that shook the land for miles around. There's Prince Charming on his horse, riding past that castle. It thundered from a castle tall. He raced to scale its prickly wall. "A dragon lies within," he cried, and hand on sword, he crept inside. Ooh, he's very brave if he thinks there's a dragon in there. Then hung his head. "Oh, rats," he said, "it's just a snoring girl in bed." He peeked behind her canopy and spied some fairies. 1, 2, 3. "She snored this way 100 years, they whimpered through their fairy tears. "Look, it's Sleeping Beauty and the fairies who are trying to wake her up." "That long?" he frowned. "She sure sleeps late. Wake her up. Why do you wake?" The fairies scowled. "Don't be so dense. She'll only wake up for a prince. We see you finally made the trip. Now give the girl a little lip." "Okay," he said. "If you insist." He drew his mouth up in a twist. Is he going to wake her? And hollered, "Wake up, lazy bones!" Her snores drowned out the fairies' groans. They shook their heads. "No, not like this. You have to wake her with a..." "Hey, I know." He tapped his head and started jumping on the bed. Beauty shot up, hoops and all, and sailed down like a parasol. This did not wake the maiden fair, but loosened the cobwebs in her hair. The fairies all began to hiss, "She'll only wake to true loves." "Wait!" Prince Charming waved his hand. "Don't worry, girls, I understand." And stooping over her snory snout, he dumped a water pitcher out. He's dumping water on her to try and wake her up? That's not how he's supposed to do it. On she slept, she did not stir. Thick dust hair turned to mud on her. The feisty fairies grabbed his ear, making certain he could hear. "Take careful aim. You must not miss. You have to wake her with a..." "Oh, I know what you were planning." Prince Charming spied a castle cannon. He stuffed the Sleeping Beauty in. What's he gonna do? She soon came shooting out. Kaboom! She fell into the moat where all her hoops kept her afloat. Still on she snored as frightened trout and crocodiles jumped right out. Look, she fell in the water and all the animals are jumping out. They don't know what's going on. Prince Charming fished the girl ashore. The fairies yelled, "Enough! No more!" They fluttered round him, feeling frantic. "How can you be so unromantic? She won't ever have after bliss until you wake her with a kiss," said the fairies. The prince's knees began to shake. His noble heart began to shake. 100 years of morning breath? Wow, that could be the kiss of death. He poked her muddy, matted curls. "I've heard that there are germs on girls." He wiped her mouth clean with his shirt. "I hope," he squeaked, "this doesn't hurt." Is he going to do it? Is he going to finally kiss her? He puckered lips, met Beauty's smack, mwah! And in her sleep, she kissed him back, mwah! Prince Charming smiled. "Not bad," he said. The maiden sat right up in bed. She stretched and yawned and rubbed her eyes. Then to much everyone's surprise, smack! She popped Prince Charming with her fist. Who said that you could have a kiss? The pummeled prince slid down, poor chap, and fell asleep on Beauty's lap. Beauty groaned and bent to shake him. Fairies, tell me how to wake him. Just let the poor boy sleep, they said, and tired too, they went to bed. But fairy tales can't end like this. We know she woke him with a kiss.
Oh my, that was a crazy book. Prince Charming did not know what to do. The little fairies kept trying to tell him he needs to give her a kiss, but instead he jumped on the bed and threw her out the window, and she never woke up until he finally gave her a kiss. And then she got upset and she hit him, and then she had to wake him up with a kiss, because that's what always happens in the fairy tales. The prince has to give the princess a kiss, or the princess has to give the prince a kiss. That's how fairy tales always end, so they could live happily ever after, just like in Sleeping Beauty and Waking Beauty. This was a funny book. I like that it was kind of like Sleeping Beauty, but a little bit different, and it was really funny. I laughed a lot when I was reading that book. I hope you did too. But you know what? It's time for all my little beauties to get off into bed. Not time to wake. It's time to go to sleep. I need you to get under your covers, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a really good night's sleep. And tomorrow, who knows, maybe Mom and Dad will come in and wake you with a kiss. And when they do, give them a big smile and a big kiss back, and let Mom and Dad know how much you love them. And show them how much you love them by doing what? Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye!
Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.